Today we're going to give you a general overview of the TS608 and discuss many of its incredible features. As a TPMS platform, the TS608 enjoys all of the same capability of the 508 in a touchscreen Android tablet that utilizes Bluetooth wireless vehicle connectivity. You can trigger sensors, view Autel's exclusive TPMS status screen, view detailed instructions for TPMS service procedures and vehicle relearns. You can also read and clear diagnostic trouble codes. You can perform placard value adjustment and test the function of keyless entry remotes. The 7-inch screen displays vehicle data with a level of sharpness and clarity never before seen on a TPMS tool. TPMS is just the beginning of this tool's capability. In addition to the TPMS features, the TS608 can scan all vehicle systems for trouble codes. It's not just limited to engine and transmission. Diagnostic pre- and post-scan reports can be customized, then printed or emailed to customers or insurance adjusters. The tool can also display all available live data streams. Lastly, our vehicle service functions. The tool offers quick access to service functions such as oil light reset, electronic parking brake, battery registration, DPF regeneration, electronic brake bleed, suspension calibration, and ignition key programming. There are 17 different available functions in total. Let's go over the main screen. This gives you quick access to all of the tool's most important features. Tap the TPMS icon for access to the tool's TPMS software suite. Choose Diagnostics for all systems code scanning, vehicle control module access, and live data streams. The service menu allows you to perform a multitude of vehicle service functions as mentioned in the previous slide. Toolkit offers specialty features such as key fob testing, Toyota Unlock ECU, and MX sensor testing. You can access settings and software version information in the settings menu. Tap the Update button to download software updates over Wi-Fi. If you swipe to the left, you will see 6 additional menus. The VCI Manager will give you access to Bluetooth pairing and VCI updates. Shop Manager will store vehicle history data in the form of diagnostic reports. These reports can be customized by the end user, then printed or emailed to customers or insurance adjusters. You can also store customer data. The Academy function provides access to Autel tutorial videos and user manuals. Remote Desk allows technicians or Autel support staff to remote access and operate the tool from any location, provided there is an internet connection. The Data Manager contains the tool's data logging function. This allows technicians to record segments of their tool's usage and submit them directly to Autel's engineering team for review. This is helpful when addressing bug fixes or answering a customer's questions. Finally, tap Support to review your Autel account and registration information. If you swipe to the right again, you will see the remaining 3 menu options. The Function Viewer will give you up-to-date vehicle coverage information and compatibility. MaxiFix is a convenient, easy-to-use community forum where technicians can share information and ask questions. Now that we've presented a general overview of the feature set, let's go in depth and discuss the operation of each of these menu choices. We'll start with the tool's TPMS service capability. Choose TPMS and tap the Auto VIN Detect in the upper left corner of the screen. The tool will now decode the VIN to speed you through the process of selecting your vehicle application. We're going to use a 2015 Chevy Tahoe as an example. The Auto VIN Detect has identified the Tahoe as a GM vehicle. You can now continue choosing your application. Select Chevrolet. On the next menu, you can now select Tahoe. Choose your model year. Be sure to check the vehicle's build date to ensure that your selection is correct. The first step to TPMS service with your TS608 is activating your sensors. This will allow the tool to collect data from the TPMS sensors. The activation antenna is located in the upper right-hand corner of the tablet above the TPMS symbol. Hold the tool with the activation antenna facing the tire adjacent to the sensor and press the trigger button. Repeat this process for all 4 tires, or 5 if the spare is equipped with a sensor. Once all of the sensors are triggered, the tool will display data collected from the sensors, such as the ID, pressure, temperature, and battery status. In this case, we can see that the front left sensor failed to activate. Now we'll select Diagnosis. The car will now compare the data collected from the sensors to the sensor IDs and wheel positions stored in the control module. The TPMS diagnostic screen is now displayed. The IDs on the left represent the information collected while triggering the sensors. The IDs on the right are from saved data in the control module. Notice that the ID on the left front sensor is missing because it failed to activate during initial testing. It is still saved in the module, however. Because the left front sensor did not activate, it will need to be replaced. We can see that all the remaining IDs match. The selections on the bottom of the Diagnose tab allow access to functions such as placard value adjustment. You can also view live TPMS data and clear trouble codes from the control module. We will now program a replacement sensor for the left front wheel. Select the Programming tab. Autel offers 4 different methods for programming replacement sensors. Copy by activation, or cloning as it is often referred to, will create a copy of an existing sensor by using information gathered by triggering the original. This method would apply if the original sensor is physically damaged or has a low battery but will still activate. Copy by OBD uses the sensor data stored in the TPMS control module to create a copy of the original sensor. Because the vehicle stores the sensor information, the original sensor does not need to be present to create a copy. This would be an excellent solution if the original sensor is missing or fails to activate. Copy by input allows the user to create a copy of a sensor by inputting the ID number printed on the original sensor. This method is used less frequently than the others, as it is more time-consuming. AutoCreate will create a sensor with a generic but compatible sensor ID for up to 16 sensors in a single application. This method will always require a relearn as the IDs are not based on existing sensor information. This is excellent for fleet applications or shops that frequently work on the same vehicle. Let's look at Copy by OBD. Although we could not activate the left side front wheel sensor, the tool was able to recover the existing ID from the control module. Select the left side front wheel location by tapping the top row. Hold a sensor near the top of the tool on the right-hand side and tap Copy by OBD. The tool will ask you if you are certain that you want to program the sensor. Tap OK to program. The status bar will indicate your progress. It will take just a few seconds for the sensor to program. The programming is now complete. The tool will show the newly programmed sensor ID for the left side front wheel location. If you notice, the new sensor's ID matches the old sensor ID stored in the control module in the right-hand column. There is no need for a relearn, as the sensor and module information match. If you choose to copy by input, you will need to input the sensor ID printed on the original sensor body to create a copy. This method is a little more time-consuming than the others, but is available if needed. Once again, in most cases, you will not need to perform a relearn, as the sensor data will match. As stated earlier, AutoCreate will create a sensor with a generic but compatible sensor ID for up to 16 sensors in a single application. This method will always require a relearn, as the IDs are not based on existing sensor information. This is great for fleet applications or shops that frequently work on similar vehicles. Copy by activation, traditionally referred to as cloning, will allow you to activate the old sensor and create a copy based on the original. This is a very fast and simple method, but the downside is that if you are unable to activate the original sensor, you cannot gather the information you need to make a copy. Now that we have created a new sensor using one of the 4 programming methods, it is now time to install the sensor and perform a vehicle relearn. The relearn may not be required if the programming method we chose was able to copy the original sensor data. In this case, let's assume that we used AutoCreate and we need to perform a vehicle relearn. Tap the Relearn tab. The vehicle-specific relearn instructions detail the steps required to perform the operation. On supported vehicles, you will see an OBD2 relearn button at the bottom of the screen. Vehicles that support this feature will be able to instantly upload the sensor IDs and wheel locations to the control module through the OBD2 port. The relearn is as easy as the touch of a button. Most Asian vehicles use this as their primary means of relearning. There are many vehicles such as Ford and GM that require a multi-step relearn procedure. In many of those cases, Autel has created the OBD relearn method through software that would otherwise not be available. Once the IDs are uploaded to the car, the relearn is finished. No need for a test drive. Let's move on to the tool's diagnostic and code scanning capabilities. If we tap the diagnostics icon from the home screen, we will enter the vehicle selection area. You can use the VIN scan function to automatically detect the vehicle or manually select Global OBD2 or vehicle-specific software programs. The tool has decoded the VIN number and determined that this is a Toyota vehicle. The VIN number will then be displayed. Let's tap OK to continue. Now that we have completed our vehicle selection, we are presented with 2 options. AutoScan will perform a complete system scan of all the vehicle's control modules. This can range from just a few in older vehicles to up to 50 plus on the most modern sophisticated cars. Once complete, you can check the codes in any vehicle system and read their descriptions. This process can take between seconds and several minutes depending on the vehicle's complexity. The control module option will allow you to choose a specific module and go directly to it. You will also be able to access live data. This is beneficial when you wish to only work on a specific vehicle system, such as SRS or ABS. Let's select AutoScan. Once the AutoScan has completed, you can highlight a specific module and press Report to view the codes and their descriptions. You can also clear all the codes using the Quick Erase icon. Let's highlight the SRS airbag module and select Report to view the codes. As you can see, there are 3 codes present in the SRS module. The tool will provide descriptions of the faults. Let's go back to the main menu and select Control Unit instead. The tool will offer access to each available control module on the vehicle. 12 can be displayed at a time. You will have to swipe left to access additional modules. Once you select a module, you will have the option of viewing codes or live data. Here is an example of the tool's live data stream. We are currently viewing data from our manifold absolute pressure sensor. The tool has several different graphing methods to display the information. You can also view live data from different components simultaneously. The tool also offers freeze frame data capability. The technician can review the information later and see the exact moment when a malfunction occurred. In addition to the TS608's TPMS and diagnostics capability, we offer 17 different vehicle service functions. Very often, many of our tire shop customers also perform general maintenance and vehicle repairs. Our service functions enhance the capabilities of our customers, leading to higher profits and increased workflow. Let's tap the service icon. This menu provides quick access to all the service functions available on the tool. In addition to oil maintenance light reset, we offer electronic parking brake function. This function is essential to performing rear brake service on vehicles equipped with electronic parking brakes. The rear calipers must be put in service mode to provide clearance for new brake pads. Battery registration is now necessary on Ford as well as many European vehicles. When a new battery is installed on one of these vehicles, the battery capacity, type, and date of installation must be registered to the control module. As the battery ages, the vehicle will increase the rate of charge, as an older battery will not store energy as efficiently as a newer one. If a new battery is not registered upon installation, the vehicle's electrical system will charge the battery too aggressively, leading to premature failure. It is true that many of our customers perform wheel alignments. When a vehicle's toe or thrust angle adjustments are changed, a steering angle sensor calibration is required to maintain the effectiveness of the stability control systems. Diesel particulate filter is another feature. There's a soot filter in the muffler called a diesel particulate filter. When soot levels get high and certain conditions are met, a regeneration must burn out the soot. If a vehicle cannot regenerate on its own, our tool's DPF function allows us to manually perform a regen. This is an important capability when working on diesel engines. Ignition key and proximity key programming are also available on select models. Let's go back to our home screen and select the toolkit option. There are several advanced TPMS functions available. We can use the Check My Sensor option to check the programmed status of an Autel MX Sensor 1 sensor. We can unlock the DIL multi-application 7002A sensor and change the protocol setting should it be installed incorrectly. Remote keyless entry and radio frequency allow you to test the operation and signal strength of a keyless entry remote. Sleep Park Mode will allow the sensors to become inactive and save battery life if the vehicle is placed in storage. Toyota ECU Unlock addresses an issue with earlier Toyota TPMS systems. The vehicle is only able to learn the original sensor ID numbers. If a new sensor ID is introduced to the vehicle, the TPMS ECU will need to be manually unlocked to learn a new ID. This complication with the early Toyota systems has led to a lot of frustration among technicians servicing these vehicles. Here is an example of the remote keyless entry and radio frequency screen. When a button is pressed on the keyless entry remote, a graph will display the frequency as well as the strength of the signal. Let's look at the settings menu. Here you can choose between metric and imperial units, language options, turn on auto update, or access Android system settings. We'll now return to the main menu and tap the green update button. The tool updates over Wi-Fi, so there's no need to connect to a PC. As you can see in the screenshot, a red bubble has appeared over the icon with a number in it. The tool will automatically inform you when new updates become available, as well as the quantity. This makes it easy for the technician to keep the tool current, as Autel releases software updates very frequently. It is important to keep the tool connected to Wi-Fi. So let's tap the Update button. The update screen shows all available updates and provides a description of the new features or fixes. You simply tap the green arrow next to each update and it will automatically download and install. It just can't get any simpler. We'll take a quick look at the VCI Manager menu. You can go here to pair your Bluetooth VCI with the tool should it become disconnected for any reason. The VCI itself can also be updated from this menu. All you have to do is connect the VCI to the tool using the supplied USB cable and tap on Update. We recommend checking for VCI updates monthly. New software versions can improve stability and vehicle communication. Several features are available in the Shop Manager. This is where the tool stores your vehicle history and scan reports. You can input your shop information as well as a logo to customize the appearance of your scan reports. The Customer Manager provides shops a way to database their customer information. This is useful if the repair shop doesn't utilize management software. Here's a look at vehicle history. Scan reports are archived by date according to the service performed, whether it be TPMS, diagnostics, or service. Insurance adjusters sometimes require pre- and post-scan repair reports as part of the claim process. Reports can be emailed or printed as required. This is an example of what a scan report would look like. Important information such as vehicle year, make, model, and VIN number are included, as well as a list of the diagnostic trouble codes that were present at the time of the scan. Presenting a scan report to a customer adds an additional measure of professionalism to shop operations. Selecting the Autel Academy button gives techs access to onboard training videos, frequently asked questions, and user manuals. These resources will help aid customers on their journey to mastering all that the TS608 has to offer. The Remote Desk application launches the TeamViewer Quick Support program, which is a simple, fast, and secure remote control interface. You can use the application to receive remote support from Autel's Tech Support Center, colleagues, or friends by allowing them to control your TS608 on their PC via the TeamViewer software. Let's move on to the Data Manager. This is where the tool stores saved images and PDFs that have been downloaded. You can also access freeze frame data that was recorded while viewing the live vehicle data stream. The data logging feature can be used to record any repair operation and submit it directly to our software engineering team for review. There's an icon that resembles a pencil on virtually every screen within the vehicle software. Tap it to start recording and tap it again to stop. We use this information to improve tool functionality in newer software versions should a problem occur. The menu will allow you to manage your data logs while awaiting a response from Autel. We'll return to our home screen once again and tap on the support icon. Here you will find all your tool's registration information, as well as the serial number and remaining update subscription period. The Function Viewer offers detailed vehicle coverage charts listing all of the tool's capability by vehicle year, make, and model. It is so comprehensive that it will even list compatibility within a specific control module. This is a convenient option for a technician that wants to verify software compatibility for a specific function. The MaxiFix application launches the online forum allowing you to network with other Autel users. It gives you access to a vast database of vehicle repair and diagnostic tips along with proven fixes. The database keeps growing as technicians from all over the world share their knowledge and experience. QuickLink uses the tablet's integrated web browser to provide access to many of the most common repair information services such as AllData, Mitchell 1, and Identifix. After scanning the vehicle, the technician can quickly refer to his or her reference material to access additional information. Autel.com and MaxiTPMS.com can also be accessed from QuickLink.